The issue of land is a contentious one. Everybody needs a place to call home, and Namibians are venting their frustrations with government's slow-paced reaction to the demand whilst they languish in cushy mansions maintained at the taxpayer's expense. Just look at the deplorable conditions Namibians live in. It's just unacceptable in a 27-year-old democracy, in a country with less than 2.5 million inhabitants. A country with vast natural resources that are not being ploughed back into developing its inhabitants. An obviously frustrated Paul posted, "Let's not make unnecessary excuses and tell our poor people that there's no land available, but let us just be straightforward and say there's no land for you poor people, but there's only land for those with money, those that can buy plots to build their flats. In other words, with the little you get per month, you will be forced to rent because there's no land for those that can't afford houses, but only for those busy enriching themselves. If there's no land, are those Selma, David, Tura, and those thousands of them being constructed in the sky?" We asked social activist and RDP member Monica Nambelela to spill some tea on this.
The contributing factor is greed, because if you think of where this greed started, when Martin Shipanga became the CEO of Windhoek, he retired from his position at a very early age and went to Nedbank, and at Nedbank he also didn't last. At 41, he knew every allocated land the way he knows the palm of his hands. That's why today Rocky Crest predominantly belongs to Martin Shipanga with his Bella Rosa, Bella Tiziana, and then a developer called Mouton. And the third person would be the Nuyoma family. They've also invested in land. Just about who is who in Namibia has land. We need to find a systematic way where the moment somebody wants a house for the third time around, where you are blacklisted.
We then spoke to the city of Windhoek.
There's no other town in Namibia that there's so many people at once like the city of Windhoek. You have so many people at once that need these services. That's why it's so evident, it's easy to see that there is a problem here because people are not getting the land at the same pace at which they are coming into the city. Of course, it will take time, but you have seen from the central government and also from the local authority where the city of Windhoek as a municipality falls under, there are a lot of initiatives that are being undertaken to address the issue of land. But of course, people feel the response is not coming at the rate that which we want. Of course, it will take some time, but there are initiatives that have been initiated by both the central government and also by the local authority to be able to address the issue of land.
Rental prices in this country are skyrocketing, so much so that movements like the affirmative repositioning movement have mobilized the youth to voice their concerns. But even Job and them are quiet on the land issue, whilst his having acquired land in a number of towns has been reported. Where are the plots, Job? Some Windhoek residents got tired of waiting. The homie Joseph produced this clip.
I approached the municipality in 2004 and told them that I needed a piece of land. They told me to apply and await their call. Until this day, I am still waiting. That is why when I see people grabbing land, I join in the hopes of getting a piece of land where I can build a house for my family.
They don't care about us because they have houses. That's why they are taking so long to answer us back. Now we want some answers from them. Otherwise we will build and they will come and kill us here.
Housing is a basic human need. And looking at the cribs our liberators live in and their claims of having fought for a decent living standard for the citizens of this country, one can only wonder how much they're still committed to the cause. I mean, there are more than 5 billion square meters of land in Windhoek alone. And those in desperate need of land have put up temporary shacks to mark their erven, and yet they also have to enjoy the wrath of nature without basic services like water and electricity. The homie Isai produced this clip.
73-year-old Otile Quiras and her 20 family members were left homeless after a fire obliterated 3 of their shacks in Windhoek's Okahanja Park last night.
I was sleeping when the fire started. I tried to put it out, but there was too much smoke, so I decided to save the children. My ID and other documents were destroyed in the fire. We lost most of our money. We have nothing.
Some residents have taken to invading unoccupied government houses. And those in desperate need of land have put up temporary shacks to mark their erven, and yet they also have to enjoy the wrath of nature without basic services like water and electricity. The homie Isai produced this clip.
We have complained to the councillor countless times that our area doesn't have electricity, but nothing has been done. Other informal settlements have electricity. It's just Okahanja Park that is still behind. We are sitting here today with nothing.